This is how it feels to build websites the old-fashioned way. And this is how it feels to build websites with Duda, the website builder designed for professionals like you. Keep your
We've seen Sheesh rise from a relatively obscure meme to a point where it is almost used too often, and the internet is starting to see people feel as if it is oversaturated.
Better scramble like an egg before you get folded like an omelet.
Hello guys and gals, me Mutahar. Normally I hate making follow-up videos because, like I said, YouTube is like kind of a diary for me, and I like to cover things that really sort of tilt me, excite me, or almost sometimes pleasure me and play in ways that I may not be able to tell on YouTube without getting a big slap on the wrist. Now that said, ladies and gentlemen, last time we covered this, talked about the doxing of minor children. You know, there was an account on the internet called Sky Jackson who was like, well, if you said anything slightly racial, well, I guess I'm gonna ruin your fucking life. Now, ladies and gentlemen, what if I told you this account decided, blatantly, alright, to leak out the phone number, or just put it on blast, of someone that was 13 years old? Now, we're gonna go over a crime, we're gonna go over a criminal offense, just so I put everything into context, because if I don't, then I might be branded as somebody that's not giving you the 100% truth. Now, here's the first receipt, ladies and gentlemen. Now, you might be wondering, ooh, Muda, that's a censored post you're giving me. Well, she says both are coming freshmen at blank, 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 blank. So she gives out the high school and the fucking address. They're both very racist and say the N-word constantly. Now, I'm gonna block out even more of these just so I don't give out their information, but as you can see, they dropped they dropped the N-word with the A at the end, you know what I mean? And then just below, one of them writes guacamole, you know, N-A penis, alright? So as you can see, very obviously charged. I bet you they're both gonna be future members of the fucking clan at this point, for sure. Objectively looking at it, you know, 100%. As you can see, she said the word constantly, but hold on, let me just get my eyes in order. Hold on, drum roll, play. 59 fucking weeks ago. Almost, well, actually, over a year ago. Just short, slightly over a year ago. Now, at the time, some of these children were about, I would say, 12, so now they were like 13 at the time. At the end, this last little slide, even the thumbnail is guilty of it. It gives out a fucking phone number. Yes, a 13-year-old's phone number. Oh, now, let me just put into perspective. This account has like 500,000 followers, right? Now, if you tell people racially, oh, this person's a racist, oh, this person's an abusive person, and you give out their personal, private, or phone information, you know what tends to happen? Not just harassment, but then there's very real risks of swatting, of people actually going to this person's house. Oh, here's another fucking receipt! Brain-dead 18-year-old Hollywood actress whose most major role was kicking girl in the fucking Smurfs movie. Man, people are fucking out for blood with this shit, dude. I'm sorry. I'm not even gonna go into these kind of like personal base insults because A, that's not really who I am. That's not the point of it. One of the people that she actually doxed out over here were university students, people who went to like college and stuff. They made like one joke or whatever, or you might think they made a joke. Let me show you the evidence standards over here, the fucking greatest evidence standards. Let me show you something here. 4chan's gonna do my fucking job explaining why this is bullshit. Okay, so here you've got a picture over here that I'm gonna blank out, obviously. Reddit does it again. Take picture of your ex off of Facebook, right? Step 1. Add racist shit on Snapchat. Step 2, very easy to do. Post on a left-wing subreddit. It goes viral. His life is fucked. The college expels him without fact-checking anything. It's really that easy to ruin someone. Yes, a 4-step process? They're not fucking kidding. That is actually that easy to ruin someone's fucking life over the internet by just following those 4 steps. And I feel guilty just even sharing the 4 steps to you, but I have to do it because I have to explain to you how fucking easy it is. Last time I covered this, I mentioned, wow, my buddy Kyle could say something fucked up and I can modify the chat and post it somewhere and people will repost it, branding him a fucking racist. I actually gave you the harder way to do it. This is an even fucking easier way. You can do it right on your goddamn cell phone. I don't recommend or even tell you to do it. I actually fucking rebuke anybody from doing this shit because it's completely wrong. This is not an okay deal to do. This is not an okay thing to do. And when you go on this vindictive fucking bullshit where you call out people, you better be 1,000,000% fucking sure that they were guilty of that claim. Otherwise, that's some serious life-ruining fucking shit. You don't just make allegations like that because you fuck up pretty goddamn hard, and that's what it gets down to. Nowadays in 2020, it's legitimately just that fucking easy to do it. Now, it's safe for me to say that we here at Some Ordinary Gamers, or me, myself, rather, we do not support racism. Racism is wrong. I have to mention this because there's a fucking group of smooth brains in the audience that like to think that you're either on one side or the fucking other. Listen, racism is bad, okay? Hating somebody on the color of their skin is bad, but this cancel culture shit that's left unchecked is fucking just as bad. In fact, doxing an individual isn't even a proper fucking response to somebody who is obviously underage, who may be racist for sure. It's obviously better to sit them down and have a fucking normal discussion with them and teach them the error of their ways. Like, plant those seeds of change right there rather than doubling down and fighting fire with fire. You want to fight a fucking fire? You snuff the oxygen out. You get rid of the fucking fuel. Slowly it burns out and you can start fucking anew. There you go. That's Muda's fucking inspiring quote of the day. Now, if we follow Sky Jackson's fucking brilliant journalistic standards, this is a set of tweets that I can't confirm if it's by her, but it's that at Official Sky, which is now a suspended Twitter account. I believe it may have been hers. Again, I can't fact check it myself, so I'm not going to say it. But assuming that these were real, look at some of these tweets right now, okay? This is somebody who's been calling people out for being racist and shit and making fucked up jokes. Well, let's look at some of these. Gudrun, what the fuck kind of name is that? Obviously, it's tweeting to another co-star of hers asking what the fuck her Indian name, or his Indian name was. Gudrun is a very common Indian name. I know a couple of Gudrans myself, so that's a little offensive to me. I'm not lying. Gudrun is really gay. Oh, he's really gay. Oh, shit. Oh, slightly homophobic? I don't know. Gudrun is a smelly-ass Indian. Oh, she no fucking miss, right? That's what people back then would have been saying. You go, girl. That's some sassy shit. Here's the other one. At the Krunbrar, I hear Indian dick tastes like curry. Can I maybe try it out? Well, ooh. You know, in 2020, I don't think these tweets would be fucking cash money, baby. So that's what I'm going to put it out there. Again, I can't confirm if these tweets are real or if they're not. Obviously, they're recorded from a time when 3G was still the primary dominating, data transfer method on cell phones. But I'm just going to put it out there, man. All right? Everyone's fucking guilty of a shitty joke every once in a while if we're going by the fact that these tweets are real. And it's pretty fucking hypocritical that we're going to chase after people saying, really harmless shit at the end of the day when you're also saying really harmless shit. But if we're gonna gauge it to the same fucking standards, you should actually be canceled if I'm not mistaken, because as an Indian person, I find that shit not really that offensive, honestly. If she's gonna get canceled over that, I'll make a third video fucking defending her from getting canceled, because if you're gonna cancel her over, I heard Indian dick tastes like curry, we got some motherfucking problems, because that's an even stupider joke than the one she's been fucking putting out. Again, going by the standards she's been taking on Twitter, you could very easily just say, wow, this is her. But I'm not going to accuse her of any of this, because she's innocent until proven guilty. The moment I can tie the actual person to that suspected account, well, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? I'm not going to make the accusation. So, from our end, innocent until proven guilty. Which is kind of the thing that she has to pretty much bring across when she's accusing anybody on the internet of some bullshit. I fucked up twice! Now, of course, at the end of all this, a little feel-good moment, you know, she obviously is a supporter of the LGBTQ+. I mean, after all this, she's kind of doubled down on damage control mode, and I'm glad that she's standing with the gay community, not out of nowhere, not because it's Pride Month, obviously because, you know, she just... Oh, wait, fuck, failed to load tweet. Goddamn. Well, I guess the LGBTQ+ community is gonna have to hold out on that one, dog.
You have to get up early to catch the best fish, and early to prepare them too. That's what Bonefish Grill believes. Every Seafresh favorite, every handcrafted cocktail, every second we get to serve you. Around our table or yours. Make reservations or order online now.
Best they can to stay afloat. Rockstar Games' Grand Theft Auto Online. Grand Theft Auto 5 is the highest selling Grand Theft Auto game to have ever existed. Ladies and gentlemen, this game makes way more fucking money than you can imagine. It is always the top selling game on Steam. It is always one of the highest selling games on PlayStation or Xbox. And I guarantee it, if this game released on the Samsung Smart Fridge, it might gross some sales out there too. With those sales, tons of people are playing Grand Theft Auto Online. And you know what? A very select group of whales are still spending an obscene amount of money on fucking shark cards to make the whole online investment even worth it. Rockstar is like a pig swimming in fucking mud, except the mud is made out of $100 fucking bills. Rockstar Games' executives could blow like $1 million a weekend, I shit you not, on blackjack and hookers and all the kind of wacky drugs that a man and woman could imagine. That is how much fucking money Rockstar Games makes, okay? So don't fucking tell me they can't invest money in any motherfucking servers. They absolutely goddamn could. Quit sucking some goddamn boots and start thinking with your goddamn fucking brain cell. I know that you operate on motherfucking dial-up up here, okay? A little dial-up action, a little AOL shit, but let's get up to gigabit speed real quick. So now that I've basically told you that Rockstar Games can make money, let me tell you about the fucking netcode to GTA 5. The GTA 5 netcode is basically as fucking old and archaic as Grand Theft Auto 4, which was basically Rockstar's first real foray into online multiplayer. GTA 2 was the first online game for Grand Theft Auto, technically. See, you learn something, more you know type of shit, but GTA 4 was the first time Rockstar implemented full online. It was a peer-to-peer system where basically, if you don't know what peer-to-peer connections are, one person hosts the game and the other 15 people connect to their server, and that person who's the host basically handles the ideology he or she handles the entire job of sending data back and forth to all the other hosts. Now, peer-to-peer in itself is actually a lot cheaper for the developer because it puts the burden of hosting the server onto the player. Now, this can deal with a lot of issues on its own. For instance, if you're playing competitive games where every millisecond counts, the host will always have a supreme advantage over every other player in that server. Now, peer-to-peer hosting can work if the players are basically joined relatively well together, although still the host will have an advantage. Rockstar Games doesn't fucking care. They have been running peer-to-peer servers for fucking over a decade at this point. Whether you're playing GTA 4, whether you're playing Red Dead Redemption, whether you're playing Max Payne 3, whether you're playing Red Dead Redemption 2, whether you're playing GTA 5, if you play a Rockstar game, you are playing a peer-to-peer service. Yes, one of the highest grossing AAA fucking companies cannot be asked to run dedicated servers in 2020, when a grand majority of their peers like Activision, like fucking EA, like Ubisoft, any company is always on the forefront of dedicated server technology. Dedicated servers, for anybody who doesn't know, basically these were huge back in the 90s, but for now gaming, it's almost a fucking requirement. If you play on any game server that requires 100-something players, even over 100, maybe up to 1,000 if you're playing an MMO, effectively the game developers will host an entire server that you, me, and everyone playing will fucking connect to, and on that server, it'll handle the entire job of obfuscating our IPs, keeping our personal information safe relatively from other users, and it'll basically handle the job of processing all of the server-sided action and sending it back to us. This ultimately ensures a much more smoother gaming experience, a much more fairer gaming experience for everyone across the board. Peer-to-peer is only beneficial for the developer because they pass the entire fucking hosting primarily onto us. Now, for indie developers, this is fine. If you're making an indie developed game, we can understand if you have fucking this requirement peer-to-peer. Hell, indie developers will give the option for us to host dedicated servers on our rigs, and that's totally fucking great. But if you're a goddamn AAA fucking developer, you should be able to have some dedicated servers. Rockstar doesn't, and this is why we're getting into the fucking problem. Now, as soon as I made that video and I signed on to GTA 5, one thing that I noticed very quickly was that I primarily play on an invite-only session, so that I can prepare for heists and then do them later with my friends. Heists are one of the best ways to make money in amongst the GTA grind. There's other ways, but this is primarily the way you go to. And actually, before we fucking even go into that, let's talk about just the paywalling. I know that I touched upon shark cards before, but to tell you how fucking predatory the grind is in GTA 5 and how much Rockstar really wants you to fucking open your cheeks for a shark card transaction, Grand Theft Auto's community of players are so fucking toxic that as soon as these motherfuckers leave the goddamn placenta, they immediately sign on to the goddamn fucking game and start killing random players. Now, ever since Rockstar created the expansion pack, Finance and Felony, where basically you could buy a CEO service and all you had to do was grind crates in the free mode section of the game, meaning that you had to collect a bunch of crates, you would stash them in a warehouse, and you would sell all those in one go. Now, the process of gathering those crates can be time-consuming, but what Rockstar does is they implement this fucking in-game doxer that basically, as soon as you grab your crates, every motherfucker in the server will know where you are, what you're doing, how much, what your dick size is, okay, how much you come every day. They'll hunt you down with their goddamn fucking oppressors, their military jet planes, their tanks, their armored Karumas, and bam, your idea of grinding is gone. The only way to fucking win against this, and I'm gonna show you a trick. Let's say you're playing GTA on your own Windows, type in fucking resource monitor, go to your CPU tab, and if you find GTA.exe anywhere in here, right click, suspend the process, wait 10 seconds, then resume the motherfucking process and boot all those dumbasses out of your goddamn session. That's what you have to do. I'm sorry, if that sounds like I'm endorsing some form of solo, but yes, I am actually. Fuck the Rockstar gaming community. Fuck it. All right, this is what you're gonna have to do if you want to spend loads of money. Or you get your fucking credit card and you sign up. That's the paywall. They literally incentivize douchebags to act like bigger douchebags. You might be like, well, I'll just fight them off. Good fucking luck, because now we're getting into the hacking scenario. So in these games, I play on an invite-only session. Now, you would imagine that an invite-only session literally fucking means that I have to invite another player. No. Not in GTA fucking 5. No. See, the way that it works is any hacker that has your Rockstar ID number can immediately fuck around with you in many ways. And one of those ways is connecting to your in-game invite server-only session. Now, what is a Rockstar ID? Now, this isn't your in-game name. Basically, it's a number attached to your actual player account. This cannot be changed. You can change your in-game name to fucking Buttplug, to Sonichu Cumparts, to whatever the fuck you want, but this will not affect your Rockstar ID. Let's say your Rockstar ID is like 111222. No matter how much you change your name, it will always be 111222. Never fucking gonna change, never gonna give you up, all that shit. So, the fact that if a hacker gets your Rockstar ID, now they can completely fuck with you. Now they can connect to your session, they can, even if you're invite only, they can connect to you, they can blow you up a million times, they can kill you, they can absolutely ruin your experience. Now, during this entire ordeal, I actually got to text interview an actual hacker. So, as I was playing this game grinding one night, somebody connected to my session. I can show you their name, because this isn't even their real fucking name on Rockstar Games or Grand Theft Auto 5. They're spoofing their names. In fact, let me show you how fucked up this is too. They can literally impersonate me in the game, down to my name, down to who I look like, and let's just assume that this person impersonates me, they can then run around and start screaming like racial obscenities. All right, they can fucking say that I'm like the biggest asshole on the planet. They can start literally hacking under my name and my image. And guess what? That could probably end up in me fucking getting banned. I'm not entirely sure about that, but that is possible. That is very, very fucking possible. Somebody could send in a report and say, wow, Muda's kind of a racist dick on the internet. And this guy would have the fucking video proof that they could forge for it. That's how easy it is to fuck with you in the game. They can copy your they can copy your name, they can copy how you look, they can copy every single thing. In fact, even if you look at the text thread I was having, it looked like I was talking to my fucking self. I'm crazy, but I'm not that fucking crazy. So let's get down into it even more. Grand Theft Auto 5 has multiple ways to screw with you. So not only can they inject themselves into your game, but here's the kicker. There are multiple ways to play GTA. One of them is a closed crew session. If you have no idea what a crew session is, it's kind of like an in-game guild or clan. So basically, I make a crew, I invite my friends to call it a day. This, as far as I know, is the only way to have these people not connect you. They can know your Rockstar ID, but they cannot fuck with you, they cannot connect into you in a crew-only session. That means the code is there. Rockstar could literally fucking go into their code. They can send a hotfix out at any motherfucking time to patch the way their Rockstar IDs work to make invite-only sessions invite fucking only. But as long as it isn't a money cheat, they don't fucking care. And that doesn't even matter too, because hackers have developed something called stealth money drops, which are basically money drops that Rockstar cannot catalog on their fucking server. So these people can hack all the money they want and they don't even fucking get punished for it. But instead, they could give you fucked up money drops. You know, they could give you like $20 million in the game and Rockstar might just flag your account for hacks or some shit. It's really insane. It's just wild. It's a free-for-all in terms of hacks. So I'm going to show you a couple of the hacks real quick. These were some of the ones recommended. This is where it gets kind of fucking weird. Now, this is welcome to this is the Luna Cheats, one of the hacks out there. One that I wouldn't recommend because the hacker that I spoke to told me that these guys have a pretty notorious habit of blue screening your fucking computers. I guess if you have any other cheat software loaded or anti-tamper software. This is actually something we'll get to.
You know what? Actually, fuck it. Let's get to it now. So a lot of these mod menus, and I don't know which ones exactly because I'm not a degenerate buying any of these, but a lot of these mod menus come with scrapers themselves. So this doesn't affect anybody being hacked per se, but let's assume that you buy these mods and you run them on your computer. They will actually start scraping for OAuth tokens, Discord accounts, whatever you name it on your computer. So if you go against these mod creators and they find out that you bought from them, there's a pretty good chance that a lot of your private information has been harvested through a fucking actual Trojan that you have installed yourself. Again, I actually hope the hackers fuck with you because I really have no I don't care about anything bad that happens to you if you are a cheater. But let's assume you are. You have actually completely fucked yourself by buying from these hackers in the first place. So good job.
The menu has advanced protections against other modders to make sure that you can play without any disruption. I'm just gonna fucking be outright and say it. Is this a motherfucking nuclear deterrent, dude? Is this Metal Gear Solid 6? Alright, am I supposed to have like a mod menu to defeat other mod menus? What the fuck is going on here? It's almost like people get these mod menus as a weird form of deterrence against other douchebags. What has the online community come to with this fucking game? So, yeah, here, we have different safe money options, rank changers, and unlock. They don't even care. Now, let me just show you something even fucking wilder here. So this is what the mod menus look like, right? Now, I'm going to censor a couple things for you real quick. For instance, they've got a bunch of names that, you know, they've gotten into. This is all the gamers in their session. So they can kick, spectate, ban from CEO sessions, black screen, blah, 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 blah. They can change whatever. They can literally abuse players, right? Fake money drops, force field, explosion loops, rocket rain. Fucking rocket rain, dude. Teleport players literally into the sea every time. But now here's the interesting thing. So if you look at the RID, this is a player's Rockstar ID. Okay, this is their special identifier. You can spoof your ID. They can tell you if people spoof the ID. They can tell you if they're the host or not. They can become the host, and they can do a whole lot of other things. You can get God modes. But now what's even fucking wilder is a lot of them come out with IP addresses, right? So you can spoof your IPs. Honestly, the only way to win against this is running an actual VPN in the game. I would not recommend playing any Rockstar game without a VPN, but that might not even matter as much, because according to this mod menu, these people
have the ability to catalog a player's IP like history. So let's say that you came across a hacker and you didn't have a VPN enabled, you're fucked. They know what your actual like general location may actually be. Where you live, your city at least. Not down to the address, of course, but we'll get to that in a second. So, of course, what's scary is with your IP, right? This sounds really spooky, but they're isolating the city, they're isolating the fucking country, they're isolating your ISP, longitude, latitude. This sounds scary down to the point where they have your literal zip code. To understand, this necessarily isn't even the scariest thing too. For instance, right here, this person has detected my IP. I'm going to blur a bunch of things out. This is my IP address, but I'm going to show you that it's giving the region of Ontario, Toronto. I've never hid the fact that I lived in Toronto, but then it starts to give a general like zip code location. This zip code in the game will always default down into where the actual ISP is. Okay, this is where the data center for my like company necessarily is located. However, I might be smart enough to know that, but most players may not really look into it. In fact, it only takes one hacker to intimidate somebody else by starting to list just the city name to freak someone out. So let's just get that out of the way. So they've got this shit in the game. All right, you've got other partners in the entire hacking sphere. So you've got Impulse Hacks, who's another mod menu deliverer. You've got the entire Recovery God server that offer multiple hacks, currently on fucking New Year's Eve sale for multiple games. All right, but if you think that this is a GTA problem, oh, Muda, they must have patched it for Red Dead Redemption 2, a game they released years down the road. You're fucking wrong. This is a mod menu from Red Dead Redemption 2, okay? Now, I'm going to blur this as much as I can, okay? But I'm going to show you that they're able to get players' ranks, posses, whatever model they are in the fucking game. They're also able to isolate the IP address, as usual, with the zip code of the data center, of course, but they can also get the region, their city, their country, and everything, even down to what ISP provider they use. This isn't difficult to do. This is just simple IP geolocation. But the fact that Rockstar has not addressed this problem, even in their newest fucking online experience, which, by the way, is performing so fucking bad that they're literally they're literally giving it away for $5 so that they can increase the player base to show investors. That's what they're trying to do. Fuck Rockstar Games and fuck the online services they provide, because their netcode is literally stuck from code that has been used almost 10 years ago. Fuck you. Okay, get out of here. Fuck Rockstar. Now, you might be understanding here, oh, Muda, what if they implement some fucking anti-cheat? You know, somebody that has despised anti-cheat, I feel like it's ultimately, you know, dog shit in the grand scheme of things and encroaches on user privacy. The reason I can play this under God-tier Linux systems is that they have no real fucking anti-cheat. They really don't. Hackers outright tell me there's no real fucking anti-cheat in the game anyways. Rockstar likes to scare the fuck out of you by telling you, oh, you have some unidentified files in your directory. This might lead to an account ban. They're never going to fucking do shit. They're never going to do anything. The game has absolutely no form of anti-cheat, or if it does, it is the most dog shit anti-cheat that has ever existed. The reason I assume I can play this under Linux is that I think the anti-cheat just doesn't fucking do anything if it ever even existed. I still have to look more into it, but regardless, the anti-cheat is not there to stop any forms of hackers to fuck with you. It hasn't been present for years, and I can almost guarantee you it will never be present years down the road. It is the biggest fucking joke in gaming history. I hope to God that Rockstar gets a single semblance of knowledge and some people start waking up to the bullshit practices of this company and not understanding how to at least take user privacy somewhat fucking seriously, dude. You make billions off the game. The fact that the online service is in such fucking shambles, is in such a twisted, dark turn, like the fact that it is in the worst condition I have seen for a modern AAA game is goddamn laughable. And that comes from the biggest gaming, like, fucking service. That comes from the biggest gaming franchise in the world. One of the biggest gaming franchises. Rockstar needs to step up to the plate. Rockstar needs to fix their fucking game. Rockstar needs to ensure that this shit needs to stop happening, because unfortunately, as time goes on, it's only ever going to get real fucking worse. Ladies and gentlemen, this is all I wanted to talk about with the GTA Online community. It is unsafe to play Grand Theft Auto, but there are some positives to it, right? Positives being that there are some mitigations, rather. That's the proper word. If you really need to play Grand Theft Auto Online, and I know that I want to play it in the future, then you need to make sure that your Rockstar ID is kept safe and sound. You can't really do anything about that, fuck it. At least as far as your IP address is considered, I would highly advise you never to connect to any Rockstar game service without an IP like mask or without any VPN enabled. Trust whatever VPN you want, use whatever VPN you want, but at least have something that can mask your IP address properly, lest you risk the possible, you're taking a risk connecting to the services otherwise, okay? And this also goes with people that are just friends or playing with you, because what the hackers can do is not only catalog your history, but whoever you have also played with, okay? Connecting to somebody in this game session is like having sex with someone with super STDs. The STD spread wholeheartedly, okay? People are cataloging you, the community is fucking creepy, the hackers themselves are really fucking creepy, and ultimately it's one of those games where you need hacks to actually keep other hackers away from you. It's that fucked up. In fact, in the words of one of the hackers, there's a very good possibility that the hack creators themselves are making more fucking money than Rockstar Games. And you know what? After all I've looked into, after all of my mad ramblings, I fucking agree. Fuck you, Rockstar. Ladies and gentlemen, this is me, Mutahar, and yeah, I'm out. Hello guys and gals, me Mutahar, and ladies and gentlemen, Rockstar Games has finally listened, or at least I think and hope so. Now you might be wondering, oh, what's this about, dude? Ooh, what happened? Now if you... Hello guys and gals, me Mutahar, and 2020 has been an absolutely abysmal year for a lot of people. I mean, we've definitely had escalations of bad. Oh, look, here's some more bad.
Welcome to Raid Shadow Legends. If you're wondering just what you're getting into, Raid
Assalamu alaikum, namaskar, kaise ho bhai bhano, main hu Anas, Bharti Aadmi. Oh wait, this is for the English YouTube channel. Gosh, ladies and gentlemen, how's it all going? This is me, Mutahar. Now, ladies and gentlemen, all right, chill with me, okay? We got a 48-hour thing to talk about. Now, ladies and gentlemen, India and Japan are two absolutely beautiful countries. Some of my favorite places to actually go and visit. And, if it's one thing both countries have, is curry. Now, curry is popular both in India and all of Japan. Being to Japan, your curry is nice and all, but, you put a little too much honey for me in that. I'm just going to be honest with you. It's not exactly my cup of tea. But they both have their own interpretations. I believe the British people actually helped, the Japanese out with curry and whatnot. Anyways, this isn't a goddamn history lesson, okay? In the last 48 hours, a trending nuke bomb got dropped. From the Japanese, and it actually offended what seems to be almost all of India, if we're going by YouTube as a fucking sizable metric. Now, ladies and gentlemen, here is a producer called Candy Fox. 1.18 million subscribers on YouTube. Dude's got 1.4 million followers on the Bird app. #1 Japanese DJ, studio Candy Fox producer, CEO of Being Fucking Based. I have a lot of fans and haters. God, God, it's like my grandma wrote it. And then they're telling you they're from Japan and South Korea, all right? Now, that being said, they actually made a song, all right? They made bangers, by the way. For like 4 months, they've been updating songs like Goshi Goshi, Sushi Yakuza, Last Lost Samurai, Yoga Monk. And I mean, these are some banger thumbnails, by the way, too. Like, I mean, I'm just waiting for you to collab with Beats and Tessie. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Watching a lot of Yakuza movies, pretty primo idea. And of course, like all YouTube channels, he uploads his, apology video. So we're gonna read the apology video because it's a 3-minute video with no audio, no nothing, and where he says, "I would like to unreservedly apologize for my video. I love India, and I've watched a lot of Indian comedies and like them a lot." We know that's a fucking lie. The video was meant to entertain. Listen, we don't even like our own. I'm just gonna be honest with you. The video is meant to entertain you. However, my ignorance delivered the opposite outcome. I certainly regret my careless behavior and my attempted humor. Apologizing for jokes. Never always a good sign, in my opinion. I will keep learning more about Indian culture and values and will try to make something that will actually be worthy of laughs in the future. Please believe that I truly respect your culture and I have no intention to offend any of you. My deepest and sincerest apologies. And as you can see, you know, like a lot of apologies, you actually just have to keep the comments active. The like to dislike ratio is not exactly the healthiest it could be, but here you go. I'm Japanese. I've never been to India, but I want to go to India someday. I love Indian culture. All right, I hope you have understood your fucking mistakes about this kind of stuff that should not happen and again will offend not only us Indians but other communities. Stay safe. Now, of course, that was a little, excessive by me. Let's actually see what offended people so much. Now, he released a music video that's now deleted called Curry Police. Now, because it's a music video and I don't want to get fucking ass fucked by DMCA, I'm going to be showing you a couple of beautiful, banger screenshots, and I'm just going to piece together the story for you, okay? It'll really put things in perspective. Now, first things first, we start off with Indian Quentin reviews, which is always a healthy sign to witness. I'm just going to be real with you. He looks back, and who does he witness? Well, he witnesses the good old Curry Police and his team walking by, with the title blended right over. Now, of course, one should witness, this is the Curry Policeman right here. He's got a whole entourage of Indian boys in the back, whatever his ally seems to be, and they're dressed up in traditional Indian garb, like agar tum gaur se dekhoge, this is just a goddamn fucking stereotype straight up. I haven't met people in India that dress like this. Agar main shadi karna jaunga na, like a wedding, all right, maybe dhula ji aise dress karenge, okay, like maybe that's what I'll see. But no one in India dresses like this, boy. Let me tell you, they got them wife beaters, or patloon pehne. That's it. Banyan or patloon pehne. That's all they got. Curry Police over here isn't just your average guy. He runs the Namaste Curry Police restaurant. Okay. Weird naming choice, I must say, but he's pretty book solid. He's got his own secretary and everyone here eating out of the palm of his hand, okay? Now, this guy makes the best curry police ever. In fact, the best curry in the world. In fact, it's so good that everyone in his restaurant breaks out into a fucking dance routine, which if this doesn't make its way to Fortnite, it's going to be a lost cause, let me tell you, Tim Sweeney. I mean, he's even got his 3 mega giga chats standing behind him, and he just can't fathom the thought of eating all those bun kebabs and everything. That lovely tikka boti, all right? He's got like, like, how much bread are you going to eat, dog, all right? That's too much. That's too much, just putting it out there. Now, of course, this is a scene where Curry Police has to talk to his younger brother about leaving India to spread the wisdom of curry across all worlds, okay? Now, I don't want you to mistake this scene for Shenmue by any chance. Curry Police is leaving his literal pregnant wife behind to go spread the knowledge of curry everywhere. It's pretty degenerate, in my opinion. I wouldn't do it. Like, this is already a bad sign. I don't think he's a good character in this story, but that's how much curry means to this man. Enough for him to abandon his family behind. It shouldn't come to a fact that Curry Police, who has no identifiable documentation to leave the country, is now kicked out by Indian police. And after you've been beaten by Indian police, you can't stop but dance to the tune of everything going on around you. So what's insane is Curry Police then gets on a boat, a literal fucking boat. Like, come on, India, okay? We can get plane tickets to go out, all right? My dad came to this country on a plane. We didn't get on no motherfucking boat to go all the way across continents. Get out of here. So he gets on a boat to go to Japan because apparently he ate, like, Japanese cuisine once, and that completely changed his life. Now look at how much wasabi he put on that sushi. No way. Of course you didn't like it, dude. You know how bad that is? That's gonna destroy your tongue. You can't taste anything for a week. Don't worry though, 20 years later, he lands on the shores of good old Nippon. Let's see what happens later. Now, of course, here they've got this whole scene where they have this curry restaurant out over here, and he's offering some momo, some drinks, some cheese naan, and he's got like a whole bunch of people lining up outside his Japanese store. Now, this guy is pretty important. I'm not gonna play the video, but he speaks fluent Hindi, and it's actually kind of mind-boggling. I've been, I almost came when I heard about it, but wait until you see the next bit. This is the piece de resistance, if you will. To understand, this is what they're doing, okay? This is as offensive as anything. So they've taken sushi and they've taken curry, and they're almost assaulting both countries, okay? So you're assaulting the Indian food, okay? But you're also assaulting Japanese food. There's no hope for this, all right? It's all fucked. But what you're seeing over here is Curry Police, aged 20 years later. Now, they didn't get an Indian actor to, I guess, portray him. That's a Japanese dude doing fucking brown face. Lamau, dude. Holy hell. And it took me a little bit to realize. I had to show my mom this, okay? I showed my mom this, and she was like, no, that's an Indian person. I'm like, no, Mom, look closer. She's like, oh my God, it isn't. Like, they really went the extra mile to go all the way full offense, man. Let me tell you. This guy was not chilling on his barrage. He was Zerg rushing everything to fuck up in this video. But there you go. The story is curry police brings his curry to India. Everyone loves it. In fact, they love it so much, believe it or not, the Yakuza over here gets involved from what I understand. They had the curry, and now they're trying to take him to the secret, like, Indiana Jones ripoff chamber, which we'll see in a second. I'm just gonna be honest, Curry Police looks like just a thicker version of Kumar. What the fuck is this? It's like a bigger version of Kumar, bro. Now, what really tickles the anus of the offense machine is this entire,
Give me your Amazon Prime subscriber. Give me your Twitch Prime subscription now. All right? All right? All right? All right? It's that easy.
If you're a gamer, this can get you awesome deals on gaming. Capital One Shopping is a free extension that...
Hello guys and gals, me Mutahar. Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time of Some Ordinary Gamers where we look at how much our government and our social medias are spying on us. Now, as somebody that likes to cover viruses and virus investigations, I firmly believe the biggest virus that exists is social media, okay? If you're anybody who spends time, do you? But believe it or not, I firmly will stand by that Facebook makes people dumber than binge drinking booze. That's just my personal belief. I'm sure medicine will speak differently, but I've genuinely seen a lot of family and friends who have get thrown down the Facebook rabbit hole to come out stupider on the other end. Now, a couple days ago, hashtag delete Facebook was trending, which, congratulations. You should probably delete Facebook anyways. I don't know why people have to think they're really like, you know, avant-garde, they're really out there, they're really like full thinkers for deleting a social media application that provides no actual benefit. Don't get me wrong, Facebook will let you connect with the world around you, and it's pretty cool that it does that. But for the most part, the application is garbaggio. I dislike it, I've seen people waste their lives on it, and I don't understand it, I don't get it. But again, to blame... So what to criticize one social media platform for sucking while also going on another social media platform is kind of hilarious in its own right. Now, today's video is all about Instagram, which is something that Facebook owns. And which is really great because I've seen people on Instagram tell everyone about how evil Facebook is. Bro, you're using a Facebook-owned social media service! What? Do people not get irony? Anyways, though, it's great, though, because today's story comes from Madonna. What's that? Okay, before we continue, I think I have to explain to the audience who Madonna actually is, because I know that this right here is a lie. I'm glad that 30% of you haven't subscribed. What, do you like seeing an Indian guy lose his crap on the internet? Is that what you're into, huh? Look at me. Oh, look at that guy. He's getting angry from a mile away. You're up there with somebody who's 65 plus watching me. Around Madonna's age, by the way. All right, he's like, hey, Steve, the call center guy's making a video. Yeah, you're one of those people, aren't you, huh? Are you? Now, that being said, ladies and gents, all that aside for the audience, Madonna is a huge pop singer from back in the day, and she still relatively is pretty big. I mean, I hear about her from time to time. She came out and pretty much tried exposing the system. She fucking told everyone, ladies and gentlemen, that Facebook was doing some wild shit. This pulled up nearly 1 million views. A couple, like, on her own Instagram page. The fact that Instagram hasn't removed it, I guess they probably don't fucking care. Of course they do. Of course they care. Because Instagram PR teams outright said, it looks like our terms and updates are causing some confusion. There are claims floating around that our policies are changing to allow us to spy on people, but this isn't true. We're only making changes to help explain our terms more clearly and keep our community more informed. Now, there's a bunch of other issues with Instagram regarding people who do sex work. Basically, if you're a big-time celebrity who doesn't do, like, adult entertainment and you show your asshole on Instagram, they'll pretty much let you go by, you know, with no problem whatsoever. But if you're, like, somebody who does, like, adult video work and you show your asshole then, well, they'll just stamp you out like no tomorrow. I think it's safe to say there's definitely a weird targeting of people who make, like, sexual content on Instagram, but that's besides the point. This isn't about that. If you want to watch something related to that, go find another fucking channel. Because we're going to talk about, is Instagram spying on you? Because that's the fucking focal point. Now, believe it or not, if you want to go check out the Madonna video, it's right here. She pretty much uses the term hashtag dictatorship. This is fucking wild. Instagram's new cyber surveillance policies allow Mark Zuckerberg to spy on you and your family, steal your most intimate secrets, and monitor your compliance with government mandates through all your devices, including your TV. I don't have to fucking tell the audience that no shit Facebook's spying on you, but not in the traditional way. You're already giving Mark Zuckerberg all the fucking information you need. You know how many dumb people I see on Facebook who go up and write, I gotta check into this fucking McDonald's that I'm eating at. Bro, no one gives a shit, but every time you check into McDonald's, the Facebook algorithm knows you motherfucking like chicken McNuggets. Guess what? Every time you share pointless shit on Facebook, they get a little bit more of you without you, they needing to spy on you. You do realize most modern day smartphones like iPhones and Androids come with fucking features that basically disable camera access, photo access, all of it. And it's pretty decent in that regard. Facebook can't do shit to your fucking content if you don't allow it, but you do anyways. Gotta share this photo. Gotta share my dick on Facebook. You know how fucking weird it is that I go on X videos and I see a Facebook share link? Like, bro, who the fuck is sharing the gangbangs they watch on their Facebook feed to their fucking friends? Yeah, I might just start doing that for no reason. But anyways, you know, Facebook doesn't need to fucking spy on you. Plot twist. You give them information anyways. Oh, but I use WhatsApp and Instagram. They fucking own Instagram and WhatsApp. You give your information there too. Hoo-ha, the whole world fucking works. Now, Facebook very, 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 very defiantly said, we don't fucking spy on people. We don't do that shit. We're just trying to make this easy to fucking understand. Now, they have a data policy page on Instagram that you can get down to, where the policy describes the information we process to support Facebook, Instagram Messenger, and other products offered by Facebook. You can say WhatsApp. You can say Oculus. I won't be offended. You know, I'm offended now, but let's go look into it. Information and content you provide. We collect the content, communications, and other information you provide when you use our products. So anytime you message your grandma on a Facebook-controlled property, yeah, they process that info. Fuck it. When you sign up for an account, create or share content, and message on communicate with others, this can include information in or about content you provide, like metadata, such as the location of a photo or the data file was created. It can also include what you see through features we provide, such as our camera, so we can do things like suggest masks and filters that you might like, or give you tips on using camera formats. Thanks, Instagram. I don't need a fucking class to use my fucking cell phone camera, but thank you. Data with special protections. You can choose to provide information in your Facebook profile feeds or life events about your religious views, political views, who you are interested in, or your health. Yeah, all the stuff that they're going to use to advertise to you, right? That's how they make their fucking money. They know you better than you, and that's why they advertise shit to you that you're probably going to fucking buy. That's how Facebook is one of the richest tech companies in the world. That's how Mark Zuckerberg has more money than you and your mom, all right? You figured it out? Networks and connections. We collect information about the people, pages, accounts, hashtags, and groups you are connected to and how you interact with them across our products, such as people you communicate with, with the most or groups you are part of. We also collect contact information if you choose to upload, sync, or import from a device, such as an address book or call log or SMS history. So basically, if you choose to upload your actual contacts. A lot of applications kind of goad you into doing this. Most text-related applications never fucking do it. It seems convenient, but you're literally passing your entire address book, which is private anyways, to third-party companies without ever fucking realizing the implications. Never do this, ever. Your usage. We collect information about how you use our products, such as the type of content you view or engage with, the features you use, the actions you take, the people or accounts you interact with, and the time, frequency, and durations of your activities. For example, we log when you're using and have last used our products, and what posts, videos, and other content you view on your products. We also collect information about how you use features like our camera. Doesn't that fucking creepy? Doesn't that sound weird to you? They're actively running a surveillance tab on how you use their app. I get it, I understand it, but already as third bullet point, it isn't making this thing easy. Information about transactions made on our products. If you use our products for purchases or other financial transactions, such as when you make a purchase in a game or make a donation, yeah, every time you buy something off the Oculus store, they're looking into that. We collect information about the purchase or transaction. That includes payment information, such as your credit or debit card number. This is common, okay? Of course they're going to need your credit and debit card information to process a fucking payment. Look, I'm not stupid, Instagram. I get it. Things others do and information they provide about you. We also receive and analyze content, communication, and information that other people provide when they use our product. This can include information about you, such as when others share or comment on a photo of you, send a message to you, or upload, sync, or import. Send a message to you? What the fuck? Wait, you're gonna build a profile of me based off what other people do to me? Don't you feel like they require the consent of the person they're cataloging if this is the case? This, so far, is the weirdest fucking bullet point that I've read. But let's get something weirder. Device information. As described below, we collect information from and about the computers, phones, connected TVs, and other web-connected devices you use that integrate with our products. Is that anything I sign into Facebook with? What? We combine this information across different devices you use. For example, we use information collected about your use of our products on your phone to better personalize the content, including ads. That's how they make money, remember? Or features you see when you use our products or another device, such as your laptop or tablet. Again, this is related to devices you're also signing into. So the only reason they're ever going to be connected to your laptop or tablet is if you also sign into Facebook through the web, or you sign in through the dedicated app on those devices. I don't think Facebook is going to network dig into other devices. That would be a gross fucking violation of... That actually might even be illegal as far as I know, digging through people's networks to look at all the devices. Like, that shouldn't really happen. What I think they're really saying over here is more than the spying is people are actually like, for instance, they have their iPhone, they have like fucking any other device like their computer that has Facebook, and they just signed into Facebook through this. So clearly Facebook now has access, or at least understands 2 of the devices on your network. There could be like 10 devices that you haven't signed up to Facebook with, but Facebook at least knows the 2 that you use. Device attributes. So here's what they know. Here's the information we obtain from the devices. Information such as operating system, hardware and software versions, battery level, signal strength, available storage space, browser type, app and file names, and types and plugins. Now, if you guys look back into the fucking browser fingerprinting that I showed you, you can actually dig out this information pretty fucking well from a basic browser fingerprint, which is what I assume Facebook does anyways. If you're using Facebook on your Apple device or your Android device, they're probably able to dig it out easily through system like queries or whatever. That's something that is actually far easier than you would expect. This might sound creepy, but Facebook and every other application pretty much do this to begin with. All right, this is information that's easily available. Device operations, information about operations and behaviors performed on the device, such as whether a window is foregrounded or backgrounded, or mouse movements which can help distinguish humans from bots. You're telling me if I had this fucking app foregrounded or minimized on my computer, you're still tracking mouse movements? Now you're starting to lose me, motherfucker. Device operations shouldn't be happening. The only time Facebook should ever be able to do anything with your device, in my opinion, is when you have it actively enabled. Disabling this, I assume Facebook won't be able to do shit if I close the web browser or force close the app or even uninstall it, obviously. Identifiers. Unique identifiers, device IDs, and other identifiers such as from games, apps, or accounts you use. And family device IDs or other identifiers unique to company, Facebook product. So yeah, this isn't really weird. They're just using fancy fucking terminology to say, hey, you have an Oculus device? Oh shit, you have any other thing related to Facebook in your house? Yeah, we can look into it, baby. Data from device settings. Information you allow us to receive through device settings you turn on, such as access to your GPS locations, and photos. Yes, people, every time your phone tells you, do you want to give camera and location access? No! Unless you fucking trust the app, don't give it location access. Because if you start giving it location access, you lose the right to bitch about being spied on. You literally fucking told them where you are, dumbass. Network and connections. Information such as the name of your mobile operator or ISP, easily available from your phone. Language, time zones, mobile phone number, IP address, connection speed, and in some cases, information about other devices that are nearby on your network. So we can do things like help you stream a video from your phone to your TV. This is a new thing that I've noticed on cell phones, where as soon as you start using an app, it'll tell you to allow the app to browse your Wi-Fi network. Never really allow an application to do that. There's no reason for apps to do it, okay? If you think the simple convenience of streaming a fucking video to your TV is that important, maybe I'd consider it, but honestly, giving applications the permissions to get a layout of your internal network is just really fucking weird to me, okay? Don't do it. That's weird. Provide, personalize, and improve our products. Information across Facebook products and devices. We connect information about your activities on different Facebook products and devices to provide a more tailored and consistent experience on all Facebook products you use. Basically, analyze who you are and give you aggressive advertising that'll definitely work towards you. Location-related information. Yeah, basically tell you what's cool in your local area. All the local singles in your area, right, boys? That's where you find it. Product research and development. Yeah. Beta testers. Face recognition. If you have it turned on, we use face recognition to recognize you in photos, videos, and camera experiences. It gets even fucking creepier, by the way, too, because nowadays with facial recognition tech, they can pinpoint how happy or sad you really are and actually use that to better advertise against you. It's fucking creepy, but it exists, and it's been around for a while. Okay, without freaking the fuck out of a lot of you guys right now, even more than you might be, is Madonna right that this is a fucking dictatorship that spies on you? Yeah, actually, she's right to an extent. They definitely do spy on you. They definitely do capture personal information about you. Is Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp shady? Absolutely. But there's something that I find really weird about people online is the hyperbole, right? Like, hey, God, dude, Facebook, Instagram really does spy the fuck out of you. The reality of it is, you all should probably stop using these applications as much as you can. I understand if you need to use Facebook, Instagram for work and shit. I get it. Especially if you're like a social media person. But I would probably restrict as much of my access to it as humanly possible. You know, for a lot of mobile devices nowadays, permissions have gotten pretty fucking intense. For instance, at least on iPhone, as far as I know, you don't have to give apps all of your photo access. You can just give it a couple photos at a time. Which, if you're using Instagram, that's probably the smartest way to do it. You can only give these applications as much information as you need to. All I've really learned from this is stop using these apps as much as you can, because the more and more you rely and use these applications, the more and more they harvest information that you willingly give to them. Over and over and over again to profit against you all the time. And as far as whatever is on your device, like your local area network and spying on all the computers and televisions you have and all of that shit, it's literally permissions you give to all of these apps on your fucking own. So stop giving them the fucking permissions, and then now you can finally stop bitching about being spied on. Because in reality, the spying game isn't as scary as you think. It's literally only scary because you fucking want to do it. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I think Facebook, Instagram could do a far better job at explaining this, but them motherfuckers would be more careful. So take this video as a heat of advice, a little bit of warning. Be careful with how you utilize these applications. Moral of the story, fuck Facebook, fuck Instagram, fuck WhatsApp, fuck every single one of these apps. If you gotta use them, but give them the least
Are you ready for a total body workout, Peloton fam?
Jess's 30-minute bike boot camp? I got this.
Get at home motivation anytime you want it.
Clip off that bike and meet me on the mat for lunges.
Tap into your motivation at onepeloton.com.